The 2019 Honda Passport Sport is a great all-around daily driver. It offers the interior passenger and cargo space of a very large truck, but the price tag and exterior appearance of an SUV. And that means it's a very functional car, but also very nice to live with on a daily basis. And today I'm going to walk you guys around the exterior and interior features of this car. We're going to talk about some of the positives and the negatives of the Passport Sport, and ultimately help you decide if this is the right car for you. Let's get right into the video. Now we're going to start this review off of the Passport in the interior, where right away it reminds me of a big old truck, and that means it's easy to get in and out of. There's a ton of space for all the passengers and all the cargo you could want, but when it comes to technology and some of the luxury features, it's just a little bit lacking, and that starts here with the infotainment system. It's very small, it really doesn't take up the center console area as much as I feel like it should, and it's also not touchscreen. You have to use physical buttons on the side here. And I believe if you don't want the sport model, you want one of the luxury packages, you can pay a little bit extra to upgrade that infotainment system. But here in the sport model, you're still paying $32,000 for a car that doesn't even come with a touchscreen, when literally every other modern car does. And it only allows you to control things like the radio and basically a clock. That's it. There's no navigation or anything like that. So that is a little bit disappointing. Fortunately, they did include another small screen right below that to control the tri-zone climate control. So you got a zone for the driver, a passenger, and the rear seats. So you can really select the different temperatures in the different areas of the car to make sure everyone's completely comfortable, and that is nice. However, the biggest and most important screen in the car is here with the digital driver display. You get a small TFT display right between the two analog style gauges, and that actually offers far more technology and customization than the infotainment screen does. As you can see, you can customize some of the gauges and show the different driving statistics from your trips and all sorts of things you can do with that. And I love the design as well. Somehow they combine retro with modern, and it just looks really great here in the interior of the Passport. And it also shows what drive mode you're in. This car has a few different drive modes. You have a sport mode, which is controlled here with the push button gear selector. You have a snow mode right below that, but you also have an eco mode on the left side of the steering wheel over here. So again, depending on what driving condition you're in, you can really customize the drive. You also get a very nice designed 4-spoke steering wheel with paddle shifters that it's going to allow you to control the 9-speed automatic transmission. And like I said, there's a ton of different areas to store things. You've got a little slot right here below the climate controls, a little area to keep your phone that includes a 12-volt power outlet as well as a USB charge port. So that's very nice. You can at least plug your phone into this car. 2 very large cup holders, as well as a great box right here in the center console area. Because this is such a big car, they can move the armrests off to the side connected to the seats and put a very large storage area right here between them. So it slides to open, and then you have a little area, I guess a change drawer or another spot to keep another phone. You can also slide that back to reveal another 12-volt power outlet and another USB charge port, and a ton of space for pretty much anything and everything you could want to store. So very, very nice amount of storage in this car. And if you need even more, there's a very large cargo area behind the second row of seats, which can also be folded down to reveal even more space. So you're not going to have any issue with storage in this car, and that's a very good thing. Very reminiscent of a truck, like I said before. Unfortunately, like I said in the beginning, that's about it when it comes to features. You only get these cloth manual adjusting seats unless you pay extra for leather, power adjustment. You've got a push button start that's pretty standard for cars like this. Ton of climate vents all around to keep you cool and comfortable, but that is about it for the interior. Fortunately, the exterior does have some nice options and features. We're gonna hop outside and check out those right now. Now let's hop back outside to the exterior of the 2019 Honda Passport, because you may not be spending quite as much time out here, but you are going to have to look at this every day if you buy one of these. So it's pretty important to know all the different ins and outs of this car. And it starts off in the front of the car with these gorgeous, aggressive LED headlights. These are going to light up the road at night very well, as they're LEDs, so cutting edge modern technology that you see in a lot of luxury cars, now you can get it here in a Honda Passport. Also in the front of the car, we're going to see this Honda style front lip here. This is basically a feature you see on all Hondas. Usually it's a very bright chrome to add a little contrast to the front of the car, but because this is a sport model, it's a little bit more subtle, a little bit more aggressive, and very, very stealth-like. Now, this is a gloss black trim piece to stand out a little bit more, but we move lower down on the bumper, we're going to see a lot of matte black plastic pieces. And these actually continue all around the car underneath the white paint, and that is actually there as a functional piece. Not only does it look very good contrasting all the white and the gloss black, but it's also going to help protect all those pieces from rock chips and gravel and mud and all those other yucky things you don't want to get on your paint. So you get those black mud guards all on the front fascia of the car, but they also extend onto the side, where we have a few more important features I'd like to point out, starting with the wheels. Wheels are very important to the way you perceive the exterior of the car. They really change it to make it look smooth or modern or sporty or whatever you want. Here on the Passport Sport trim level, you get standard 20-inch wheels with a very nice gloss black 5-spoke design that again is going to match this gloss black piece on the front of the car, as well as these gloss black mirrors. And the other super important feature you can have on the side of the Passport are the available tread plates. They're kind of a bit of a step that helps you get in and out of the interior a lot easier because this car is very high off the ground. Now this particular model does not feature it, but the one out front, the one I showed you the interior of, does have them. So I'll put a few shots up. As you can see, they really accent the side of the car to make it look more aggressive and sporty, but they are functional. You use them to get in and out of the car. It's going to help you a lot. And the rear of the car continues that modern functional design with LED taillights. Again, we've got a bit of a black strip back there to accent and match the front of the car, as well as dual chrome exhaust tips and that huge liftgate hatchback that is available as power operated or just manual. Whichever one you prefer, you can pay a little bit extra or save a little bit of money if it's not a feature you really need. And I know it's not as interesting or cool to look at as the exterior or the interior, but the Passport Sport also comes with a really great engine. It's a 3.5 liter V6 engine with VTEC technologies. And this is going to produce 280 horsepower for the 9-speed automatic transmission. 280 horsepower is pretty decent for a car in this class, but it's not about going fast in a straight line or around the track. It's more about being able to tow a lot. So as you can see, there is an available tow hitch out back. So you can hook up a trailer of some sort and tow around whatever you want if there's not enough cargo space in the interior for you. If you're looking for a car in this segment, make sure to check out my review of the 2020 Kia Telluride. It's a very similar car, but it might actually be better in a lot of ways. So you can watch that review by clicking on the card right there, or another review that might interest you by clicking on the card right there. Special thanks to Courtesy Honda here in Palm Harbor for providing me with this car to review today. I'll put a link to their inventory below. And as always, thank you so much for watching.